Some people don't see the light until they feel the heat. Oh! Judge Bunning, I've heard, right, from news snippets that have come my way. He just arbitrarily let her go. Let Kim Davis go out of jail. But part of the report was, I heard that they were picketing his courthouse and his home. Now, I don't know if that's true, but that's what needed to be done. I started a group called the Christian Defense Coalition years ago, and our purpose was to defend Christians from judicial tyranny and political tyranny. So if a judge jumped on someone unjustly, we would find out where the judge lived or where the prosecutor lived, and we would bring heat to them. Maybe they would see the light when they feel the heat. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is coming soon to a community near you will be another Christian going to jail, being threatened with losing their home because they're standing up for God and for true marriage and standing against this godless Obergefell decision that dared to elevate a depraved sexual lifestyle to the level of marriage, okay? There's going to be someone near you. Remember the poem, What If They Gave a War and Nobody Came? I should read that whole poem. It says, the next line says, the war would come to you. Don't worry, it's coming to you. So we need to learn. We need to be ready. Part of playing chess is that you anticipate your opponent's move. We can be ready. You can be ready. In your community, I want you to say, if somebody gets hammered in my community, I'm going to do blank, 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 and blank. Whatever that is. You might, number one, say, I'm going to go to the courthouse if they're on trial or if they have a hearing. I'm going to find out who the judge is or the prosecutor is, and I'm going to hold a protest with signs in front of where they go to church or in front of their home in the neighborhood. By the way, the Supreme Court ruling is Frisbee versus Schultz, Frisbee v. Schultz, in which the Supreme Court said, yes, you can picket in a residential neighborhood to identify somebody. It's a free speech right as long as you're on the sidewalk. So get ready. Get ready to write letters to the editor in their defense. Get ready to tell people in your church, hey, we need to help this person. Now, last week, I mentioned to you, and I'm going to do it again today, listen what you hear in the pulpit on Sunday. Listen for what you hear. Does your priest, pastor, preacher, elder, whatever you call them, your bishop, did they last Sunday make a mention, an honorable mention of Kim Davis? Or will they do it this Sunday? Or did they completely ignore it? And if they did ignore Kim Davis in their sermon, I would ask them why. Just go ask them. Be polite, but ask them. Is it that they were embarrassed of her? Is it that they don't want to confront the militant homosexuals? Is it that they were afraid of offending people and they wouldn't give money in the offering? I mean, what is it? Martin Luther said, and I don't quote Martin Luther much, but he said, if you profess Christ, but you do not defend that very part of truth that is being attacked at that moment by the devil, then you're not professing Christ, no matter how loud you profess Christ. So God gave us a little window, or whether it was providence or whether it was the devil or whether it was just the nature of sinful man, however it got there, we had a window where heat was put underneath. And the silver in that utensil went to liquid, and then the dross came up. The dross is us, what's in our hearts, rather. Okay? What came up? When this all happened, what came up with your pastor? Are our pastors shepherds, is what I asked last week, or are they hirelings? You can go and look on our website. You can look at last week's program. On, I think it was Friday's show. Was it Friday's show? Just before the weekend, where we discussed Kim and who would commit the sins of silence. Who would commit the sins of silence and not speak and defend the principles of Christ at that very moment. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to give you a sneak preview of something we've been working on. Don't go away. You're going to love it. Friend, we are in the middle of producing a 14-part epic television series called What Would Mohammed Do?, explaining Islam and ISIS to the West. I have a master's degree in international terrorism, and I have studied ancient Islamic texts for over a decade. And we are going to do a very paced and a very scholarly look at Muhammad's life and see the connection of his life to today's headlines. Well, we need your help on 3 levels. 1, we need help with some security measures. 2, we need help with some gear for the studio. And 3, we need help with some computers. I'm inviting you to go to the GoFundMe site that you see on the screen and watch the pilot for episode 1. You'll get a feel for what it's going to be, and I promise you, you're going to be excited, you'll be challenged, and you're going to want your friends to see it. And then after you've seen it, give what you can to help us with this project. Thank you.